Hello friends, welcome to Study Center. It is the lecture 4 for your chapter 8 motion of science in the physics part, and in this video we are going to learn about the graphical representation of motion, and it is exclusively based on the distance time and velocity time graphs. And in the upcoming videos you are completely going to be friendly with how and what can we know about and what can we know from the graphs. So please stay tuned with our channel, subscribe and watch the video till the end. Now what is the importance of graphical representation of motion? Now you just understand basically that in maths and physics and most of the concepts, graph is a very important, very useful concept by which any complicated theory or any type of formulas can be easily represented using this graphs. So here also we are going to make the use of this graphs. Distance time graphs. What is distance time graphs? It denotes the change in the position of an object with time, that are called the distance time graphs. Which denotes the change in the position of object with time are called the distance time graphs. I hope this definition is completely clear. Write it down in your notebooks. And now we are going to study the first graph, that is S by T graph. S is the distance and T is the time for the uniform motion. What is uniform motion? We denote uniform motion for if the velocity is the constant and we are not changing the velocity again and again, then it is called the uniform motion. Now here as you can see, this graph is, here we can see the x-axis, it is the x-axis and it is the y-axis. So x-axis is for the time and y-axis is for the distance. What you can see here, the line of graph is a straight line. Here you can see this is a straight line of graph, and the point A and point B, they are the two positions of the time at S1 and S2. It is the position of object at two different times called T1 and T2. And how can we denote them? From A to B, if we denote the velocity, if we want to find the speed from A to B, we can find out that from A to B what's happening. The distance is covering the distance from S1 to S2. It has moved this much distance. And what has happened with time? Time has increased to T1 to T2. That means if we want to find the velocity, we know that velocity is basically, the formula is speed distance upon time. So using this formula, we are basically using this only. V will be is equals to S2 minus S1. What is S2 minus S1? It is the displacement that is being taking place. And the time interval is T2 minus T1, this time interval. And hence, what is the most important thing that you have to remember is, from the distance time graphs, what we can take out, what we can find out is basically the speed, or you can say the velocity. That is the most important thing you can extract from these distance time graphs. Now next, second thing is the S by T graph for the non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion is velocity is continuously changing. That is simply the all non-uniform motion. So here we can see velocity is obtained from the slope that you will study further in other standards when you will take maths, and maybe in 10th standard also you will study what is slope. Slope is basically, we can find the tangent from the graph. If we want to find the velocity at this point, then we will put a straight line and we will find the tangent for this. And that's how. Now when we will draw tangents at different points, the angle obtained is every time is different. It means the velocity is constantly changing in this graph. The graph is almost same. The x and y axis denotes the time and the distance axis. The graph is like that, and that is called non-uniform motion. So basically what you have to remember is, in non-uniform motion, the graph line is curved. Now you can take one more case. If this type of curve is also possible, but another curve is also possible. If we are taking the curve like this, then this type of curve is also possible. It is the different curve that is possible. And here these points denote the different positions of the object at different time intervals. So these are the two cases. That's how you can denote the non-uniform motion from the graphical representation. Now coming to the second category of graphs, that is the velocity time graphs. Velocity time graphs, we denoted for the velocity and T is a symbol for time. velocity time graph for uniform motion. Again, you know what is uniform motion, and if you don't know, then please watch my previous video. The playlist is given in the description box, and please visit that video so that you can get the clear information about that. Now here in the uniform motion, we can see that over here the x-axis is denoting the time and the y-axis denoting the velocity. The common thing that you can see over here is that x-axis always denotes the time axis. So time is always denoted using the x-axis. So here the graph line is this, that you can see in the blue color. It is the graph line, and that is the graph line means what? Here the velocity is remaining constant. Still we are taking these two values v1 and v2 at different time intervals t1 and t2. The position here, it is not the position denoting graph. It is basically what we are getting information is about the velocity. So if we will find the acceleration as same we have found in the distance time graph, the velocity. The acceleration is velocity upon time. You know, in the last video I have told you, and here we are going from one time interval to another time interval, so we have to take that difference. So acceleration would be v2 minus v1 divided by t2 minus t1. But what you can see over here, the velocity is this, and at this particular position what you can see, at t1 also the position of the velocity of the object is v1, and at t2 also the velocity is v2. So but as you can see, v1 and v2 both are same. What does it mean? v2 minus v1 will become 0, and acceleration we will get as a is equals to 0. So acceleration is 0. How you can see? Now you can compare the same graph with that of the position time graph. You know that what position time graph tells us, that if we are taking the position time graph like this, s and t graph on x and y axis respectively, and if the graph line goes like this straight, what does it mean? It is a constant, means the object seems to be at rest. When we see this type of graph, what you can see, that object is at rest, that I have told you in earlier videos. So similarly here we are getting about the velocity, and velocity is getting 0 in distance time graph. And similarly when you will compare it with the velocity time graph, in this velocity time graph we are able to find the acceleration from these graphs. And when this graph is straight line in what context? In velocity in the straight line parallel to x-axis, then we can say that acceleration is equals to 0, means acceleration is constant, means motion is a uniform motion. Next thing that we have is the v by t graph for accelerated motion, and that position acceleration was 0, motion was uniform, and here is in this case also the motion is uniform only. But here we are considering the accelerated motion. So when motion is accelerated, this velocity time graph will be converted into a straight line like this. In that previous one it was like this was the straight line, so it means it was parallel to time axis. But here it is not parallel to time axis, it is making some angle with both the time and velocity axis. Here it is the line that you can see. So what does it mean? What you can see over here, if we are taking the position at time t1 and time t2, then you are able to find the two velocities at v2 and v2 at two different points a and c. You can see over here a and c are two different points at which time interval the velocity is changing. But how velocity changes? Basically when velocity changes, that is only called acceleration. हम acceleration किसको बोलते हैं? That is the rate of change in velocity. Means rate of change in velocity means what? Simply acceleration is the rate of change in velocity, means velocity changing with per unit time. So here with the per unit time means with time t1 to t2 has changed, and the velocity has changed to v2 to v1, or you can say v1 to v2. Both are the same only. So it is the position denoted by this. Now in the upcoming video, we are going to study about this particular graph in very detailed form, in very detail. So if you want to study, then please stay tuned, subscribe this channel, and so that you will be notified when my new video will be there, and keep watching. I hope you have understood this concept. If you have any doubt, put it in comment box and let me know so that I can help you. If I will know that, then only I can help you. Thank you.